I'm going to be speaking to the European Union about it's not fair. Google just got fined $3.5 billion, and they've already paid $13 billion. They're up to $16.5 billion. People say there was nothing wrong with what they did. It's almost a source of income to run Europe. It's become a source of income, and many other companies too, mostly tech companies, but we can't let that happen.
What happens when a trillion-dollar American tech giant gets slapped with a multi-billion-dollar fine overseas? They usually pay it. But now, Donald Trump is stepping in, and he isn't playing nice. The U.S. government is launching a formal trade investigation into the European Union. The issue? Billions of dollars in penalties handed down to American companies like Google, Apple, and Meta. Trump's proposed weapon? Tariffs. And if this regulatory fight escalates, it could trigger a full-blown economic standoff between the U.S. and Europe. To understand how we got here, you have to look at Brussels, the political heart of the European Union. Over the past decade, EU regulators have turned Brussels into the toughest tech watchdog in the world. They've repeatedly gone after Silicon Valley's biggest names, filing charges over antitrust violations, privacy breaches, and anti-competitive behavior. To officials in Europe, this is straightforward enforcement. They argue that if you want access to the European market, you follow European rules, no matter how big your company is. Trump sees it very differently. He argues these fines aren't actually about protecting consumers. In his view, it's a deliberate strategy, a way for Europe to cash in on American innovation while protecting its own domestic industries. Now that argument is turning into official policy. Under Section 301 of the Trade Act, the U.S. will investigate whether the EU's fines unfairly target American businesses, and Trump is threatening retaliatory tariffs on European goods as a direct response. That threat changes the game. Tariffs don't just impact tech companies, they hit automotive, agricultural, and manufacturing sectors. Industries that have nothing to do with Silicon Valley could end up caught in the crossfire. Why does this matter so much? Because the United States and the European Union share one of the largest economic relationships in the world, with hundreds of billions of dollars in trade moving between them every year. If this dispute turns into a tariff war, everyday consumers will feel it through higher prices and broken supply chains. The EU has already signaled it won't back down. Digital regulation is a core piece of its global strategy, and European leaders intend to defend it. At the same time, Trump has made protecting U.S. businesses from foreign trade practices a central pillar of his agenda. Both sides are locked in, and an alliance built on trade is now facing its biggest test in years. Is this just a high-stakes negotiation tactic, or are we looking at a start of a major transatlantic trade war? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to see how Europe became the world's most powerful tech regulator in the first place, check out the video on your screen right now.